Alright, welcome to the new and updated shoulder armor pattern tutorial. So to begin, you're going to need to download and print off the pattern. You're going to need some craft foam. I recommend 5 or 8 millimeter thick. You'll also need a craft knife or X-Acto knife, scissors, glue, Sharpies, and I forgot to show up, but you're going to want some Scotch tape or painter's tape as well. Alright, to begin, let's start by cutting out all of the paper patterns, starting with A1. For A1, remember to cut out this slot shape here, as this is where you're going to add straps to connect to body armor or some other piece of costume. Okay, once everything's cut out, grab A1 and A2 because we're going to need to combine them. Now we're going to take a piece of Scotch tape long enough to wrap around the two A pieces. Lay it sticky side up, and take A1 and place it halfway down the tape like so. Then take A2 and place it meeting A1 in the middle of the tape, and then you can fold the tape over, combine them into the new piece A. We're going to do the same process for E1 and E2, as well as F1 and F2. Last thing, make sure you cut out all of the triangle marks on the pieces, on the paper pieces before applying it to foam. All right. Once everything's cut out, we're going to draw out the shapes onto our foam. After drawing out all the pieces, take piece E and use a ruler and draw a line between the top and bottom marks like so. This is going to help us center piece E down the line. Make sure to label your pieces and draw out all of the dots, then the lines, those cutting guards, for each piece that has them. Now we're going to cut out the foam pieces. Edges with line markers indicate that you need to cut away from the shape at about 45 degrees. This creates an extended face. Edges with dotted guides indicate that you need to cut into the shape at about 45 degrees. This creates an inverted face. Another marking you're going to see is this transitional mark, where you have an outward or inward cut right next to a straight line cut. This is signaling in one fluid motion go from an outward cut to a straight cut in one motion. The result is this outward cut to the straight in one smooth face. Once all the foam pieces are cut out, we can start to glue them together. Apply glue to the long side faces of piece A, like so. Apply glue to these two flat faces of piece B. And these two flat pieces, or faces, sorry, of piece C. Alright, once the glue is set on A, B, and C, we're going to combine B and C like I'm doing here. Make sure to bend the foam near the top like I am. This is going to help with the curve of the shoulder armor. Okay, now starting at the bottom, we're going to attach this B and C piece to A like so. The piece is going to curve, don't fight it, just go along with it. Alright, now follow these same steps for the other side of this shoulder armor for B and C. And this is what you should have once all of the pieces are glued together. Let's move on. Take the foam piece E and the paper template for piece D. Draw out the shape of D on one end of the foam piece E like I'm doing here, making sure that it's centered. Alright, you're going to grab piece E and both of the F pieces. Apply glue to the outward curving face of both F pieces, and then along each of the longer faces of piece E like I'm doing here. Once the glue is ready, starting at the top, begin attaching piece F to piece E like so. The F pieces are longer than piece E, and so they are going to reach down farther. It's a design aesthetic feature, so don't worry about it. Okay, now we're going to do the same process for the other F piece. Alright, once the E and F pieces are glued together, flip it around to the inside. This is the inside where you see that marking of the paper piece D that we did earlier, and apply glue to the inside of this stencil. We're also going to grab piece D and apply glue to one entire side of this foam piece. Once the glue is ready on both pieces, place piece D inside the stenciled shape that we drew out. Okay, now we're going to take this piece and put it aside for a bit. Grab the A, B, and C dome, the original shape that we made, and also grab the paper template for piece D again. Take the paper template and draw out the shape along the A part of this bigger foam piece, about an inch below that slot that we cut out for shoulder straps, like I'm doing here. Now apply glue inside this stencil that we just drew. Also apply glue to the foam piece D shown here. Once the glue is ready on both pieces, carefully glue these two pieces together. And there we go. The base shoulder armor is complete. As you can see here, I am gluing the G pieces in a line along the center of the shoulder armor. You don't have to do it this way, or you don't even have to add these studs at all. I just think it's a cool detail to add to the shoulder piece. Alright, and the shoulder is now complete. You can stop here, or you can take a look at other videos in this playlist for other modification pieces that I have published. Hope you enjoy the template, as well as the tutorial. See you next time. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more cosplay content.